Okay, we can see an alternate method of learning multiplication tables, and before going to that, let's see how and what multiplication is. So children should be able to know that repeated addition is multiplication, and it's just a shortcut of repeated addition. So here is an example of it. So I have two coins in and five such pairs. So this is 2, and when I do it as an addition, like 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, and 8 plus 2 is 10. So what I'm doing here is I'm adding 2 repeatedly. Repeatedly means I'm here in this example I'm adding 2 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I'm adding 2 5 times. So as a shortcut of this is I can say 5 times 2. So times is that multiplication symbol that we put. So 5 times 2 is 10. So children should first know what multiplication is, and multiplication is nothing but repeated addition. Okay, let's see how we can do multiplication in an alternate method. And before going to that, we need to know what multiplication is, and children should be able to say what multiplication is so that they can implement it in different places. So what multiplication is, it is just a shortcut of repeated addition, and as an example of it is here. So I have 5 pairs, so each pair has 2 coins, and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So when I add it, like when I'm adding 2 plus 2, it is 4, and 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, and 8 plus 2 is 10. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding 2 5 times. So I'm repeating this addition 5 times. So as a shortcut I can just say 5 times 2, which is multiplication. So 5 times 2 is also 10. So children should understand that multiplication is the shortcut of repeated addition. Multiplication is also the area, and let's say I have 2 as the breadth and 5 as the length. I'm just placing these coins. So that's 2 into 5, which is 2 into 5 is 10, and that's the area. Okay, before going to the 1 cube method, we assume that children know like 1 table and 2 tables. So 1 table is, so there is 1 coin, and I'm multiplying it 1 times. So 1 time 1 is just 1, and 2 times 1 is just 2, and 3 times 1 is the same, it's the 3. 4 times 1 is 4, and 5 times 1 is 5, and it's the same, like 10 times 1 is also 10, and 100 times 1 is also the same, 100. And similarly for 2 tables, children can know that 2 table is just adding the same number again, or it is just the double of that number. For numbers like from 1 to 5, it is easy for them. So when I say like 1 times 2, it is 2, and 2 times 2, like I have 2 for 2 times, so that's 4, and 3 times 2 is 6, and it is just the double of it, and 4 times 2 is 8, and numbers above 5 can be taught using this Ganit track. So this is called Ganit track. So this helps children to look at the pattern, and they should be able to know that not count these one by one, just know that this red is 5 and this white is 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10. So numbers above 5 or from 5, they can see that this is 1 5 and 2 5. So 2 times 5 is 10. And for example, if we are taking 6, so this is 1 6 and 2 6, 2 times 6, which is, and children should be able to know that this is 10 and not counting it one by one. They should be able to notice the pattern of it. And remaining is 2, so that's 10 plus 2 is 12. So 6 plus 6 is 12, or 2 times 6 is 12. And similarly for 7, so that's 7. We should make children to notice the pattern and not count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. They should know that this is 5 and adding to it is 7. So 2 times 7 is, this is 10, and 4, so that's 14. So that's 2 tables. And similarly for 8, that's 2 times 8, this is 10 and remaining is 6, so it's 16. For 9, it's 1 9, 2 9, so that's 5, 5 plus 5 is 10, and 4 plus 4 is 8, that's 18. And if that's difficult for children to add this, we can just say that there are 20 and there are 2 remaining. When we subtract 2 from it, it's 18. And 10 times 2 is like, that's 10 plus 10 is 20. So